Hi guys! Today I'm gonna be making a bolero top. I don't know if it's called that in English, but it's one of these little bad boys. I just recently discovered that my purple hair fits pretty great with whites, and I have nothing white in my closet, so I have to make some white stuff. For this I am using this white stretchy satin fabric. I'm gonna be using a lot of this sort of lace ribbon. This is also stretchy. And some of this regular thin elastic and white thread. First thing we're gonna do is create all the pieces. I've actually made a little sort of instruction thingy. This is what I want it to look like. And the first thing we're gonna do is cut out 5 pieces of the fabric. So I'm just gonna lay the fabric out and then show you. Okay, so I folded my fabric in half, as you can see, inside to inside, so the outsides are up right now. Then I have laid down this top and made markings, like a centimeter and a half. It looks really uneven because I lifted it up and I just threw it back down. This one has sleeves, so I just drew like that, and I put the other bolero that I have beside it just to know the length, because we're not gonna go full length on this. So for the length, I've just put the other bolero on top of it. You can just use any length you want here, but I kind of like this black one, so I'm gonna steal from that. But I don't want it to be completely straight, so I'm gonna draw sort of a line, like a bendy bowish line, just like that. If we look at my awesome sketch, we can see the 5 pieces of fabric. Number 1 and 2 are the 2 front pieces. The third one is the back piece. Number 4 and 5 are the sleeves. So this is the lineup for the back piece, but I'm still gonna cut 2 similar pieces like this because I'm gonna after cut the first and second pieces, the front piece, like this afterwards. So this is the 2 pieces cut out. So what I'm gonna do now is draw how I'm gonna cut the front piece and then take the 2 apart and cut that one and then cut the sleeve pieces. Yes, I'm currently sitting on the floor. It's the best place to lay out the fabrics. What I'm gonna do next is cut out the arm pieces. So I have to, sleeve pieces. So I have to measure my arm all the way around like so. And it is like 32 centimeters. When I did, this is gonna be like a puff sleeve bolero. When I did this last time, I doubled the measurement, but I think I'm gonna go with 2.5 times more than my measurement because, yeah, I couldn't really puff it that much, I seem to recall. So 32 times 2.5, and then cut 2 pieces like this, and the short measurement is the length you want your sleeve to be, and I want it to be, this is an awesome way of measuring, isn't it? I want it to be, I'm gonna go with 20 and then add 2 centimeters. We're gonna be folding up the edges and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna cut those pieces out and then we're gonna start sewing. Now the first thing I'm gonna sew is sew my 2 front pieces together with my back piece. So we're gonna start doing some pinning. And we're gonna pin with both insides towards each other, as always. And we're gonna start by pinning the shoulders. And let me just check my sketch. And yeah, doing the sides like this, all the way up to where the sleeve is gonna go. So shoulders, sides. Everything is now pinned like this. kind of looks like a dorky looking little vest or something. So I'm just gonna go with a straight seam, pretty close to the edge. Yeah. No, it's not done. But no, it's not done. Right now it's just a dorky looking vest. So we're gonna do some more stuff to this bad boy. Here comes the tricky part. The reason I have so much of this lace is because we're gonna go all the way around the neck, down here, and then out the back. So this is gonna cover the entire piece. The edges that are still open, except for the sleeve. Yeah, whew, that's a lot of lace, man. So I'm gonna start doing some pinning. That was a lot of pinning, and I just want to give myself some kudos here for an awesome eye measurement. This is all that's left of the lace, and when I went to the store to buy this, I had no idea how much I was gonna need. So I was like, how long can that measurement be? Maybe 2 meters? And yeah, you can see how little is left. Awesome. Okay, so it's a really, really girly bolero. So it's all covered in lace right now. It goes all the way around, as you can see. Now, to sew this on, you can do this in a lot of different ways, depending on what kind of lace you have, obviously. I'm gonna take the lazy easy way out and go with a zigzag seam all the way around right here, because this is how I've done on the back side, if you can see that. So because this is transparent, so I'm just gonna, there's a seam right here that I guess I could go along with, but then I would have to make another one on this one, and to be perfectly frank, I don't think my fabric is that neatly cut, so I'm just gonna go with zigzag, and I'm using white thread, so it's not gonna be like, oh my god, zigzag, that like clear, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. So I am starting to sew where my two ends meet, which is on one of the sides. Before I start sewing, there's one more important thing that we have to remember. This satin ribbon is going to be what makes the two pieces come together, so I have to pin that in there before I start sewing. Oops. I mean, you can obviously do that afterwards, but yeah, I'm going to do that first. Okay, see? Ribbons pinned on there as well. Now I'm going to start sewing. Next up, we're going to start working on the sleeves. Now, first thing we're going to do is fold to make room for an elastic. So we're going to fold one of the long sides. And just fold it a little bit thicker than the elastic that you're using. Okay. Here are my needles. This is the ribbon I'm going to be using later. I'm going to just sew this shut. They are now both sewn. Now before I sew the ends together like this, I'm going to have to pull the elastic all the way around so that I can shut this later. So I'm just going to take my elastic, measure my arm, and cut out a piece that matches my arm, and then pull it through all the way through, and then sew it closed. So I've got my stretchy band through, I'm going to turn the fabric inside out, and we're going to shut this open edge right here by sewing it shut and by closing the elastic. Okay, it's time for the final step now, and that is sewing the sleeves onto the main piece.